right, and welcome to another Spinato spin. Great to be here. It's Wednesday, and it's September 18th. 2 days left to the glorious summer that just passed. 2019 summer is just about gone. It's got 2 days left, so I hope everyone enjoyed it. Hope everyone's well on their way. Remember, we talk about the four seasons of life. Really comes down to it, and what they symbolize. You know, the first thing is you start off with the springtime. You start your planting. You start getting things going, and then the summer you cultivate what you plant. Make sure it's looking good. Make sure it's staying healthy, and then of course you get into the fall, which is the harvest, and that's what we're heading into now. And of course the winter, you protect everything that you harvest, right? Isn't that the way life really works? Well, let's talk about today something a little more along those lines. Think about it. Just allow yourself to think about this one concept, and that's about building some sort of environment, right? Let's talk about an environment. Environment is huge to anyone's life. Why is it huge to anyone's life? Because that's usually what the person becomes. You ever hear that? You're a reflection of your environment. You know, what is it? Geese of a feather flock together. All that sort of thing starts coming true when you start developing your relationships with people, when you start developing what you want out of life, how you want things to look. Your environment is real important. Now, one thing that's going on this week, very interesting. I'm a member of the YMCA, and they're having something called open house. Now, open house means anyone can be invited over and try the Y for a few days, no charge at all, and get themselves to feel like maybe they want to become part of the Y and all the things the Y offers. Well, the Y does offer a lot of things, but here's one thing that's really exceptional about the Y. They allow you to not only become part of a community, they allow you to build your own community. How do they do that? Well, if you think about it, what they allow you to do is not only do they offer time where people can come in and try it for a week, they allow you, if that person decides to join, to have a month free of being a member of the Y. Well, that's good. That's exciting, right? That's one person, 1 month for you. Well, what about this idea? Let's say you had a whole bunch of people all set up ready to try the Y for a little while. Let's say you had 30 people you wanted to try the Y with. Let's say you had 50 people, whatever it was. You could bring them in, try your Y out, and what do you know? These people that you wanted to associate with now become your community. Now you start building your own community. And what happens to you? Because they offer unlimited amount of people that you can bring in, you get unlimited amount of months free at the Y. What's wrong with that? That's a phenomenal opportunity to join something. That's a phenomenal opportunity for you to build the people you want to associate with after hours, during your recreation time. You know, recreation, a key word. Think about that word when you break it apart. Recreate, rejuvenate, get yourself going again, energize yourself, be around people you want to be around. It's not an advertisement for the Y, but it's a concept. What do? You built your own community whether or not you realize it or not. You know, we had on last week a pastor telling us that you build your own ministry whether or not you do it. You know, a lot of people in this country, here's something I want to point out right here. A lot of these people in this country right now are morally bankrupt. They haven't built themselves into morals. They haven't done the things that they need to do to strengthen themselves, to make themselves into a large part of a community, or to build a good community. You got an opportunity to do that every day. Every day you can go out and build your own community, one person at a time. You know, one good gesture at a time. You never know how things can work out. One other thing I want to point out too, friendship. Well, friendship's all about, friendship's everything. You know, they say this, you can't choose your family, but you can choose your friends and the people you hang out with, right? Well, that's true. Well, how do you do that? You know how you do that with a friendship? You start making emotional Listen to this word, emotional deposits into other people's bank accounts. Emotional deposits. I don't know if you ever had a significant other or anything like that, but you go back and you think about what it was for that relationship to build. You had to start making deposits. You had to start making emotional deposits. How do you do that? You start getting involved in things that you both like about certain things. Just like to talk back and forth. You're making emotional deposits. You're allowing people to feel that they're part of you. Your life means something to you. That's what we're talking about when you're building a community. You start building around people that really care about you, that really want to see you do something special. That's the type of community you want to build. Another thing, it's going to take effort. It's going to take a lot of effort. You know, the Beatles and their dopey song there in the beginning, in the end, it's the love you make is equal to the love that you take, or the love you take is either way. It works the same way. Whatever you put in is what you get out. You know, no matter what people say about life, no matter what it is, if they say life's boring, then you're a boring person. You're not putting enough into it. You got to put a little more effort into it to make it more exciting. You got to juice it up. You got to find more people that you want to help. You got to find more people that you want to introduce to something like the Y. You got to become a member of the Y. You got to become a member of something that's going to build yourself. You know, there's one guy out there that was a phenomenal motivator, but he didn't even realize it until he got a little older in life, and he realized, and he looked back in his life, he said, it's amazing what these things are that built my life. He said there were four things that built my character, four pieces of a checkerboard, he called it. He said, I want to be mentally or physically as able as I can be. I want to be mentally as able as I can be. I want to be socially as able as I can be, and I want to be spiritually able as I can be. His name was William Danforth, and he wrote a book, and it was a very powerful title to a book. He called it I Dare You. You see, that's what you got to have. That's the effort we're talking about. You got to be willing to dare somebody to do something. Sometimes any kid, you said to a kid, I dare you to do this. A lot of times they respond because they have a lot of pride. They have a lot of feeling about themselves when they're younger. They don't want other people to think that they're weak or they can't do something. I dare you right now, as we wrap up this talk, I dare you to challenge yourself and build your own community. I challenge you to go out there and put the effort forward to find a friend, a lasting friend, a friend that really can go through the trenches with you. I dare you to build your own YMCA, build your own community. Start challenging people, start challenging yourself. And before you know it, you'll be on your way to challenge yourself to some great things, and things will turn around for you, and things will be awesome for you. Hope you have a great night, and thanks a lot for watching the Spinato Spin. Take care, everybody.